Hey guys, welcome to Wrestling Days and welcome to our top story. This is going to be our thumbnail because it feels like big news, but I've also got question marks around it because I don't know that he's actually in the Rumble match. I think if he is in the Rumble match, he could have been a lot clearer about being in the Rumble match, but he's certainly going to be at the Royal Rumble event. Who are we talking about? We are talking about John Cena. WWE 4 hours ago announcing that John Cena will compete in his very last Royal Rumble premium live event. So does that mean he's in the Rumble match? So WWE not making it very clear if he's in the Rumble match or just on the show. Even John doesn't make it very clear, but he does say towards the end of this video about being in his last ever Royal Rumble. So I'm sort of thinking he means the match. So, and that would make sense. I mean, if you're going to book John Cena for the Royal Rumble, it would be a real shame to have him in a singles match when we can do that on so many other shows. But we ain't going to do another Royal Rumble again this year or next year. So if I was booking John, I would definitely have him in the Royal Rumble match. So I feel confident he's going to be in the Royal Rumble match. But let's watch this little announcement.
Those are strong words. The last time is now. In 2025, there'll be a myriad of history-making events. The last time I will ever compete in a Royal Rumble event is February 1st, Lucas Oil Stadium in Indianapolis, Indiana. And you want to make sure you're there. It is my last Royal Rumble as the road to WrestleMania kicks off February 1st at Lucas Oil Stadium, Indianapolis, Indiana. Act fast as tickets are on sale this Friday. The last time is now, and you should hurry up because after this, you can't see me.
There we go. So, as I said, I think he's in the match. Certainly that last bit where he says, this is going to be my last Royal Rumble, makes me think he's in the match, but I can't quite go as far as to say it's definite, it's confirmed. I still think it's a bit wishy-washy. But a lot of fans have taken it that he's going to be in the match, and it would totally make sense, as we said. Here, look, you can see this person, Julia Pild, said, number 17 is coming, hashtag soon. And obviously they're referring to world titles. At the moment, John Cena's on 16. He's tied with Ric Flair. We're trying to figure out who's going to break that record. Will it be John Cena next year? A lot of people want it to be. And the reason why I included this is if he is in the Rumble, could you imagine if he comes out at number 17 as a little Easter egg that's what we're going to be doing this year or next year in 2025, trying to get him to number 17. Like, that would be really fun. So I'll be interested to see if he's in it and what number he's going to be. But this feels like pretty big news. John Cena is going to be on that show. No surprise, I think he's working apparently 30 dates next year. So I expect him to be at Rumble, Mania, SummerSlam, Survivor Series, probably Money in the Bank, probably the Saudi shows, probably a lot of the B shows as well. I think Cena really does want to get out there and see the fans, thank the fans, say goodbye to the fans. So I think Cena, his priority next year is to wrap this up the right way. Thank those fans that have spent so much time supporting him and to get out there. So yeah, it's going to be a very emotional year next year, and that really struck me as quite a big announcement today. Let's go to Wyatt's, shall we? Because we've got absolutely loads to flipping go through here, right? Dave looked into what Nikki Cross tweeted out yesterday. Turns out that it's this person that came up with the quote. The quote being, if you gaze long into an abyss, the abyss also gazes into you. And essentially, that is a warning. Be careful when fighting evil, that you yourself don't become evil in the process. Now, I don't know who Nikki was sending that message to. Might have been to Karrion. Might have been to Scarlett, of course, because Scarlett was the one that kind of attacked Nikki on Raw. It may have been to The Miz. It may have been to herself. It may have been to the Wyatt Sicks. It might have just been a message to the fans. So I'm really not sure as to who she was intending that message for. But obviously we are well underway now with Final Testament and The Miz against the Wyatt Sicks, and I think we're going to see lots of these kinds of messages coming out, and that has certainly been what we've seen today. Wyatt Sicks sending out, I think it was about 5 messages. So we'll get to those. We've got to get to this though. TJF 1983 tagging me in this from Jason Baker. Jason Baker posting an image here of Mercy. And Jason Baker is the person that designed these costumes. He was a really close friend with Bray. Obviously helped design like a lot of the Fiend costumes as well. So always interesting when he posts something. The Miz posted something as well. So this is the Miz sort of like bragging, right? Here he is, look, showing that moment where he wallops Rowan with the chair. You can see the look of surprise and disgust in the face of Howdy when he turns around and stares at the Miz. But I gotta tell you, this has got like a real good hip-hop track over the top. This feels like a brag from the Miz. This feels like the Miz showing like what he's capable of. There he is with like a skull-crushing finale on Rowan. Like, there's no remorse here, right? There's no apology here. This is him reveling in what he's done. So, yeah, he's back, it says. So, there we go. Look at that look right there. No remorse. No apology. So, there we go. Whatever comes his way, he deserves. And here we go. Look, the Wyatt Sicks. So, Sean James, Sweet Chin Wrestling, FGC Dads, Austin Cooper, Suma Brata, and Stone Cold Scorp as well, right? Appreciate it. So, we had all of these kind of coming through. I've got a massive thanks folder. I think it's the biggest thanks folder we've ever had. We'll do that at the end, of course. But this is what was tweeted. So, you've damned yourself. You will lose everything. I never wanted this. I'm sorry. Right? So actually we can see them all here. Look, so David said it's kind of cool how you can read it either top to bottom or bottom to top and it still makes sense. It's like a look into Howdy's current mindset. Top to bottom seems like an early apology. The end justifies the mean. Bottom to top sounds like a threat. So here you can go, I tried to warn you. You've damned yourself. You will lose everything. I never wanted this. I'm sorry. Or you can go, I'm sorry. I never wanted this. You will lose everything. You've damned yourself. I tried to warn you. So it is true. I mean, they are just interchangeable sentences, really, that can work in any order. Joe Gacy tweeted this out 6 hours ago saying better. So not sure what that means. He's feeling better, maybe, right? Which is interesting. Rave said, with the choice to use the word I instead of we, would that mean that we're leading to Howdy Bo running this account? Well, this is run by, I think we know it's run not by Howdy or any of the Wyatt Sicks. It's actually run by Rob Fee, but I don't think Rob Fee wants us to know it's him. So, yeah, he probably wants us to think this is being run by Uncle Howdy, by Bo. I don't think he wants us to know it's him, but from what I've been told, it's Rob Fee that runs the account. But it is true. I mean, it's I tried to warn you. I never wanted this. I'm sorry. So it does seem to be coming from like a singular person's perspective, and that would make the most sense, it being Bo, Uncle Howdy. So very good observation. Here as well, Joe Gacy put in WWE and Massacre in his bio. I don't know how long that's been there for. It might have been there since he returned, right? But here, Bailey says Gacy's new banner is looking good. So it looks like he's changed his banner as well. So R.I.P. Miz. So very interesting. Bailey again said, I think we're meant to read them in the order that I've put. He still has love for the Miz, but Howdy's saying you're going to lose everything. You've damned yourself. Bo's saying, I tried to warn you, so I'm sorry. I never wanted this. I tried to warn you. You've damned yourself. You will lose everything. So that's the order Bailey thinks they go in. To be honest, I don't think it massively matters. I don't think it massively changes the message. But people were quite interested in the fact it ended, or the last message we had was, I'm sorry. That definitely caught people's attention. Uncle Howdy with this revive, and that's because Rowan posted this revived REE in caps. Not sure why. But yeah, this got a bit of excitement. People thinking, oh my God, what's revived? Is it going to be the Fiend? Like, what is it that's been revived? To be perfectly truthful, I don't think it's that deep. And I certainly don't look at this and see the Fiend. I feel like it might be that kind of hunger for revenge, that kind of anger, like those feelings have been revived. Because, you know, they kind of felt like they were dealing with the Miz, and that was quite easy. But now they've been attacked by the Final Testament, who weren't really on their agenda, right? You know, Bo said this was never about them, but they made it about them. And so I'm thinking that it's that kind of anger, aggression, focus, revenge, those kind of feelings have been revived. I don't think it's anything deeper than that. I don't think this is the start of Alexa coming in. I don't think this is going to mean that we're now going to get the Fiend and all that kind of stuff. I don't think it's that deep. So, yeah, that's where I am with that. Then we had this WWE, treat yourselves to a round of applause for this one. Killer Kross and Miz. So, there we go. WWE impressed with what they have seen here. That is a great move, by the way. It's got him up and then boom, plants him chest first. You can see the sell there by Bo. Blood coming down the face of the Miz. And WWE saying, treat yourselves to a round of applause, right? Karrion responded to that, right? And there he is, look, just laughing his head off. Cinema. He's in a cinema and he's loving it. So that was, and a bit of ice cream at the end. I don't know if Karrion was enjoying that. This could be Karrion. That could be Scarlett. That could be Karrion. He may have been in the cinema enjoying what he's seeing, and then he's treated himself to a little bit of strawberry ice cream at the end. Yeah, and you've got to applaud that. You have to applaud that. Right, OTC said, Karrion responded to me, right? So OTC said to Karrion, oh, you don't know what you've done. You're in big trouble now. And Karrion said, brother, right? This is like the guy that you just knocked out who thought he was the toughest person in the room at the bar, mumbling face down. Let's whoosh it. Mumbling face down against the concrete. That's a wrap. So Karrion is showing no signs of being scared whatsoever, right? And actually even followed OTC. That's pretty amazing, isn't it? So he liked the post of watch out, be ready for what's coming. He responded, and then he also followed OTC, which is amazing for OTC. Well done. Metal Mama said the Wyatt Sicks last post of the day was an unsettling I'm sorry. After everything they've said lately, this sudden apology feels like it carries weight, almost as if something significant is on the horizon. It's not just a message, it's a warning. So there we go. I would click show more, but it will just absolutely fill this page. Metal Mama likes to try and use every word known to man in every single one of her posts. So if you really do enjoy reading and deep dives and you've got a spare 8 hours, then check out Metal Mama because her posts will be right up your street. So there we go. Very good. Well done, everyone. And a big thank you to everyone that's tagged me in that. As I said, the thanks folder that we've got to get to at the end of this video is absolutely huge. So I will try and hopefully thank everyone that did tag me in things. Right, Kelly the Wise Lady said, guys, please don't tag me in any spoilers. I do not want them. I like to be surprised. I also watched Unseen. Days said people have been tagging him in spoilers. Please don't do that, or anyone else that doesn't want them. Why are we talking about this? Because there is news of more tapings, right? I'm sure you're sat there right now getting yourselves mentally ready for me to go on a 20-minute rant. There is no rant coming. I actually have no problem with this, right? Which is going to be a big surprise to people. But let's do a little walk, shall we? Let's do a little walk. So let's go over here. So this is PW Insider. And to be honest, I don't think it was as clear as it could have been, right? Because I did have a problem with this, but actually now I've looked into it, I don't. So I think what they're saying is 13th of December, right? There's going to be a taping for the 13th of December and the 20th of December, okay? And then they've said on the 16th of December, there's going to be a taping for the 16th of December and the 23rd of December. Now, I don't have a problem with the 23rd and the 20th being taped. People, I think I'm being really unreasonable and not allowing the wrestlers to spend any time with their families. That is not true. I don't have a problem with the 23rd and the 20th being taped. My problem was, why was we taping the 16th and why was we taping the 13th? That's where there seems to be a bit of argument in the kind of wider WWE universe, right? Why are we taping those shows? And I've come to realize now we're taping them, right? Because we are having to start a little bit earlier so that we can fit this episode. So these tapings, they're not real tapings. They're just going to be like taping them an hour before we watch them. I can deal with that. I can avoid spoilers for an hour. So that's not a problem for me, right? I was under the impression we were taping the 16th on the 9th and we were going to be taping the 13th on the 6th. Right, so like that was my problem. Why are we taping the 13th and the 16th? That feels like it's too far away from Christmas. But I have no problem with the 20th and the 23rd. I get it. That's fine. Spend time with your families. Like, I do not begrudge wrestlers that whatsoever. So just to be crystal clear, there is a show on the 13th. Oh, hang on. There is a show on the 13th. There we go. SmackDown on the 13th. Right, so that will be taped. But it will air just an hour after it's been taped. So it's pretty much live. They will tape the 20th, and I can cope with that. And then here on the 16th, exactly the same. There is a show. They will tape it, but it will air an hour after it's been taped. I can avoid spoilers for an hour. That's absolutely fine. And the other episode will be the 23rd. Which is fine. That's what, 3 days before Christmas or 2 days before Christmas. That's absolutely fine. So I don't have a rant. Like, I think that's absolutely acceptable. I think for me, there comes a line. I think there's a balance to be found. I keep saying the same thing. For me, there's a balance that should be found. Like, I think the wrestlers should have some time at Christmas, Thanksgiving, to spend time with their families. But if we're talking 10, 12 days before the actual event, that for me is when it starts to become a problem, because spoilers really, really upset people, really frustrate people. I've got so much upset and anger and frustration in my notifications, and I feel that as well. I just think there's a better way of doing this. So you can't avoid spoilers for every single one of the shows. So this is, in my mind, acceptable. Right, Liv Morgan said, talked all things Royal Rumble in Indy today. I've been in every single women's Royal Rumble match since we started doing them in 2018. Unfortunately, I'm going to have to miss this year because I'll be walking in and out as the greatest women's world champion of all time. Well, I don't think that's confirmed because obviously she's going to have to defend that title at least once before the Royal Rumble, which is the 1st of February. So she probably will still be champ by that point, in all fairness. But I don't think that's like a spoiler or anything, because I'm guessing if she does lose the title, then she will be in that Royal Rumble match. But she was out and about today doing the rounds. It was quite a big day for promoting the Rumble by the looks of things. Right, Wrestle Night, thank you. So WWE today announced that NXT will head to Lowell Memorial Auditorium in Massachusetts on Tuesday, December 17th. So we're going back on the road, which is really fun. So we're going to go there for December 17th. Tickets go on sale November 20th. Wrestle Night said WWE planning 5 Saturday night main event specials between now and the end of 2025. I just included this for in case anyone didn't know. WWE signed a new deal with USA Network, and my understanding is that it's part of that deal that they will do 4 specials a year. One special is happening this year in December, so that means that by the end of 2025 we will have done 5 specials. So I thought I better include this for anyone that didn't know that this is going to be a regular thing, or well, 4 times a year is what I believe is in the contract. So yeah, there we go. Jordan, do you want to see more members added to the Bloodline? I didn't include this because of the question, right? I included this because there's an article saying that at this time there are no plans to add any more members to the Bloodline teams. I know that at Survivor Series we're getting 5-on-5. Whatever that turns out to be, and I do know the answer, right? No spoilers. They are expected to be just for that show. So long term, we're not expecting more Bloodline members to be added, right? So Jordan, thank you. That was just an interesting bit of news, just an interesting update. Here, Aaron said, this is never going to happen. Triple H and him hate each other. Oh, hang on, wrong timeline, yeah. I joked, actually, this was me last year. When they said CM Punk is scheduled to be at Survivor Series last year, I would have been like, nah, there's no way. There's absolutely no way. I really did not think he was coming back to WWE, but lo and behold, he did. And apparently he's going to be at Survivor Series this year as well. That's courtesy of WrestleVotes. And that's really interesting because word on the street was he was going to be facing Gunther, but we know that's not happening now. It's going to be Gunther Damian instead. So how does CM Punk fit into the Survivor Series plans? Aaron again tagging me in this from Fightful Select. WWE talent spoken to said there was no discussion of a women's Intercontinental Championship on Raw. No conversation about it. We know the United States belt will be defended on Raw and SmackDown, so I can't say I'm too surprised about that, but I do expect that belt at some point in the future. Larry, thank you. Dominik Mysterio the other day was rocking a classic WCW Mysterio beanie. So just thought that was a fun little callback and worth acknowledging. And talking of acknowledging, here's Roman.
That's the war of the bloodline right there, man. That's why I'm trying to make this thing happen. I'm trying to fix everything because special things happen when my family's together. Stay tuned.
So there we go. Someone said I could feel the aura 10 scrolls away. And Roman was like, that's why I'm getting the family back together. Special things happen when my family get back together. Stay tuned. So there we go. So handy. Thank you. So that was the WWE folder. Let's go into community because we had a couple of bits in here. So Tony said, what a great way to start my day. I've been trying to stay off here because I don't want spoilers, but I'll check in carefully once in a while. But Chelsea Green saw my post. So there we go, Tony. Like here, creating, I think was this in Roblox? Chelsea Green. Chelsea saw it, quote tweeted, cutie. In response. So just great to see the community interacting with the wrestlers and in like a positive way as well. That's what we're trying to encourage. So love that. Brilliant. Here as well, Raymond said, look at this. I posted a story on Instagram about subscribing to Scarlett and Shotzi's YouTube channel, and she saw my story and reposted it on her story. Thank you, Scarlett. So there we go. There's a like there, is it? She saw the story and reposted it. So there we go. So Raymond, many congratulations, buds. Here as well, Anime Fiend Zeno said, I need Karrion to bring back the White Rabbit persona in the Wyatt Sicks feud. Tagged me in this post. And then Karrion responded, down the rabbit hole. So there we go. It's just great to see the community out there engaging, interacting with the WWE superstars and just having a little bit of fun. Talking about having fun, Fadeaway Media found this clip. So here, this is from a live event, and you can see there, look, Solo goes into the corner, and as he comes back, he does a little bit of acknowledging. Look, oh, boom. That's pretty fun, isn't it? As he's falling backwards, his final gesture to the world is to throw up the wands. So very, very good. R-Truth and Cathy here, Cathy Kelley. So she put a big forehead filter onto her phone, and so it made his forehead a bit bigger, and he does notice.
Truth, people love us together on TikTok.
Oh, that is weird.
Why does it? No, it doesn't.
Yeah,
What
you
are
got
you-
my head looking
No,
like
it-
my head ain't that big. My head ain't that big.
Truth, people
I don't think it looks all that different, but he noticed straight away.
love us together on TikTok.
Oh,
Oh.
that is weird.
That looks weird.
Why does it? No, it doesn't.
Yeah,
What
you
are
got
you-
my head looking
No,
like
it-
my head ain't that big.
I put the big forehead filter on to see if he noticed, and he did. So there we go. Oh, this is great. When Naomi joins Roman Reigns' Survivor Series team. Let's go. Look at this. Boom. Take that, Jacob. There she is. Look, kicking away at Solo. Boom. Have that. There we go, man. Working with Jimmy and suplex there. Yeah, a little bit of a dance as well. Boom, take that. Love this. She loved it as well. There's Naomi laughing her eyes out. Look. Boom, take that, Solo. Hey, look at this. Trick Williams in Jamaica. Trick Williams in Jamaica. So this is pretty cool. Look at that. Just having a great time. Took the NXT Championship as well. So, brilliant. Brilliant. Just jumping over to Jamaica. Right, Kimberly, thank you. This is awesome. Right, this is awesome. This has got the Titanic music, and I didn't really understand why. But look, here we go. Look, she's about to go down. I thought it was something to do with what was going on in the ring, but it's not. It's Kairi. Look, down I go. Bye. I want to watch it again. It's really good. There she is, look, against the barricades. Remember me? Oh, so good. So good. Right, yes, Ratchet the Owl. So this is an interview that Theory did with Chris Van Vliet, and he said he's got beef with The Rock because one of the last times they were in the ring together, his Yeezy came off. The Rock grabbed it, chucked it into the crowd, and Theory was like, do you know how easy it is for The Rock to get Yeezys? He can just get them. Do you know how hard it is for me to get Yeezys? Do you think The Rock has to buy his Yeezys? And Chris was like, no. And he was like, do you think I have to buy my Yeezys? And Chris was like, I think you do. And he's like, you bet I do. So apparently he is legitimately upset with The Rock because one of his Yeezys got chucked into the crowd. Larry, shout out to you. Me leaving a $1 margarita night at Applebee's the way that God intended. And look at this, Dave tagging me in this from Natalya. Natalya said, I forgot to mention, Ravishing Rick Rude is dressed as Big Bird in this picture. He was one of my dad's best friends. So apparently Ravishing Rick Rude was in there, which I just thought was really interesting. And check this out as well. I'll get tagged in this quite a bit, but I like Santa Decides, but this is some boomer version. This is like some weird new like copycat, which I'm not keen on, right? So I like the original because it was their idea, but this just seems to be like they're just copying the idea and doing it as well. Like, I ain't really down with that. So I got tagged in this loads, but I didn't do anything with it, right? So apparently Karrion on the naughty list. But Karrion is very active online. He's like a 9-year-old girl. He says, there has to be some kind of misunderstanding, sir. I need that Turbo Man this year, which is great, isn't it? Jingle all the way. USA Network said, after what you guys did to the Wyatt Sicks, you're lucky if you get a booster doll. And Karrion was like, I did the world a favor. My message to the world on Monday was that you always say no to crack. The Hills Have Eyes is not a film to promote to the youth of America. So there we go. I love the fact that he was responding to Santa. USA Network got involved. Then he accuses the Wyatt Sicks of taking crack. I mean, there's a lot to unpack with this conversation. So there we go. If we jump into other as well, a few bits in here. Former WWE star Baron Corbin said the King Corbin gimmick was a Paul Heyman invention, but it was cut short due to the pandemic. He was saying that really it doesn't work outside of the pandemic or without a crowd, because it's all about like showing off in front of people with a big crown and being carried to the ring and big cape, and it kind of just fell apart because of lockdowns and us not having a crowd, which I thought was really interesting that was a Paul Heyman creation. And yeah, congratulations to Sheamus. So Triple H said a huge congratulations to Sheamus for reaching 1 million subscribers on his Celtic Warrior Workouts channel. So there we go, and that's in Times Square. Billboard just bragging about the fact that he's reached 1 million subscribers. So and there's Sheamus in front of that billboard as well. So Sheamus said we need a Triple H episode. This isn't the fun folder anyway, but this isn't very cool, to be honest. Load of fake Ricochet tweets. Kind of got caught a few people out as well. There's a few news outlets that seem to believe this was real, but if you read them, they really go so far that you can sort of tell they're not real. If it was just maybe one or something, and it didn't go as far as what some of these did, I think then you might believe in it, but this was not real. I mean, this person believed it. Look, Ricochet is so soft. He really isn't cut out for the spotlight. Flipping his gyms really is his speeds. I mean, yeah, just look at all these messages talking about how WWE fans have abandoned him. You know, he can't believe it. Like, go F yourselves. I don't trust any of you. You know? You are effing simps for my woman on a regular basis, blah, 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 blah. Samantha's like fake tweets. Simple as that. Fake tweets. It was this here, look. So Ricochet is big time peeved at his fans, right? So Ringside News reporting it 13 hours ago, but they're all fake. And actually, if you look, there's loads of them, and you can tell when you read a few of them, you know. Then we got this, look. So here, All Day said, who would win this promo battle? This person said, don't no one want it with 2017 Alexa Bliss, right? And Alexa said, just you wait. Just you wait. So we've actually heard from Alexa and even kind of teasing her return as well. Just you wait. She'll be back. She'll be doing promos very, very soon. So I think that's everything. Let's try and get through this big thanks folder, and I really do appreciate it. I really appreciate everyone that has retweeted Unseen as well. That kind of helps it be seen by more people. So I've got the posts in here to thank. 5 different Wyatt Sicks messages as well, so you can imagine the amount of people tagged me in those. I've tried so that we just thank people once rather than thanking them 5-6 times. Otherwise, we'll be here for half an hour just to saying thanks. But yeah, big thank you to everyone that tags me and stuff and retweets Unseen, and it really is appreciated. So, Stan Games, Logan's B2581, Arrows 1, Mark, Shay Clift, Howdy, Ryan Godbolds, Negan Mox, Kelly the Wise Lady, Craig, Shay Clifts, Mark we've done, Casper, Arrows 1, Erase Your Minds, I think have we got all those done? Kelly the Wise Lady we've done, Howdy we've done, Negan Mox we've done, Ryan Godbolds, Benjamin Clark, Edward Duffy, Colton, appreciate it from all of you, Jordan, Jang Taesang, Rave, JJ, Anime Fiend Zeno, Edward Duffy, ATM, Tribal Warrior, J Omega, Brady, Beverly, Ratchet the Owl, Jang Taesang with the retweet, Brandon, Ryan, Colton again with the retweet, J Omega, Wendy Lucho, OTC with the retweet, Craig, Monster Mayhem, JT and S with the retweet, Brandon, McFly, Kane with the retweet as well, appreciate it buds, Jordan, Monster Mayhem again sneaking in there, Bradley, Sweet Chin Wrestling with the retweet, Ryan, Pittsburgh Sucks 75, Benjamin Clark, Stone Cold Scorp with the retweet, TJF 1983, Cubs Fan 16, James, Larry Flowers, and Kimberly. I think that just gives you a glimpse into the amount of like notifications and the amount of stuff we have to go through to put Unseen together. So, but again, I massively appreciate it. I really, really do. And I hope you enjoyed this episode. We'll be back again tomorrow with another episode of Unseen. Thanks for all the support, and I will see you again next time. Bye for now.